Piers Morgan destroys Harry Meghan over cringe. Disneyland video with Archie Lilibet. Every action that Harry and Meghan take is more than just a personal one. They are also strategic in today's world, which is preoccupied with appearances. As a result, many people felt that the couple's most recent attempt at a royal reset was the footage that appeared of them at Disneyland in California with their children, Archie and Lilibet. In a short amount of time, the film, which was most likely intended to ameliorate their image and portray them as a joyful and carefree family, was unsuccessful. On the contrary, it sparked a surge of criticism and mockery, rather than eliciting responses that were heartwarming. How come? Because what was supposed to be a lovely moment spent with family now feels more like a commercial shot that has been meticulously planned out. Piers Morgan did not hold back in his comments. He referred to it as a sad stage circus and accused the couple of weaponizing their kids for the goal of garnering attention, eliciting sympathy, and establishing their brand. What about the internet? It exploded. Every single person, from true believers to doubters, had something to say. What is the main point? However, when royals make an effort to be approachable but end up appearing rehearsed, the situation rarely turns out well. The video that started everything that happened. Let us dissect it in detail. At the beginning of the video, Meghan and Harry are seen strolling hand in hand with a young child who is thought to be Lilibet. Archie, who is dressed in Mickey Mouse ears, is seen running ahead of them in a playful manner. The setting is Disneyland. It is vibrant, enchanted, and picture-perfect in every way. On the other hand, viewers started experiencing strange details almost immediately. There is no crowd. Even though the park is notorious for its long lines and crowded pathways, it seems as though the Sussexes had the entire park to themselves. Have they done a clearance for Disneyland for this one? Several different camera views are taken. Generally speaking, a camera crew is not present on a casual outing with the family. Who exactly was filming then? Moreover, for what reason is this? Awkwardness is experienced. The smile on Meghan's face appears to be frozen, Harry's gaze frequently appears disconnected, and the youngsters appear to be in excessively good positions for candid camera capture. Have you had a true experience with your family? Or a PR stunt that has been carefully crafted to look like a real one? There are a lot of viewers that think it's the latter. You were aware that it was going to happen. And when Piers Morgan watched the video, he did not only criticize it, rather he completely destroyed it on his talk show, which is called Piers Morgan Uncensored. They claim that they desire privacy, and they relocated across the world to avoid being scrutinized, and now they are starring in their very own Disney fairy tale production. The hypocrisy is not the only problem. This is very embarrassing. Morgan did not hold back his words. The argument that he made was that the film was merely another step in Meghan Markle's attempt to change what it means to be royal by means of branding, optics, and control. According to him, it was more like a Hollywood production than a family outing, replete with perfectly timed expressions, excellent lighting, and a narrative that was already built in. What is his most vicious line? You could say that this is a combination of The Truman Show and Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but it is much less genuine than the former. The inference that Morgan was making was quite clear. The Sussexes are no longer merely public figures, rather they are performers in their very own reality show that never ends. The reactions of the public. Were they cute or cringe? The response from the internet was divided down the middle. On the one hand, devoted followers swamped the comments section with compliments. According to the words of one user, "It's so sweet to see them happy." The fact that Meghan and Harry finally showed a real moment with their children was praised by a number of people as being quite refreshing. What about the opposite side? Completely and utterly savage. The extremely cinematic framing, the plainly choreographed timing of their stroll, and Harry's visibly uncomfortable face, which many people compared to a hostage situation, were all things that were brought up by the audience. To name a few examples of viral comments, this appears to be the theatrical trailer for a Hallmark movie with a royal theme. From "We want privacy" to "Catch us at Disneyland," sponsored by Sussex Productions. They went from saying all of those things "I'm experiencing indirect humiliation," the speaker said. What is the most typical response? Only one word: cringe. Only one word. The more significant issue is that the Sussex brand is not succeeding. The debate that has arisen is not an isolated incident. Rather, it is a component of a larger pattern. Over the course of the past few years, the Sussexes have been in the process of attempting to reposition themselves as individuals who are not members of the royal family. They have entered into agreements with many platforms, including Spotify and Netflix. On the other hand, the outcomes have been unimpressive. What about Spotify? It has been canceled. Are there archetypes? The reviews were lukewarm. Can you tell me about Meghan's lifestyle brand? In a state of limbo, it seems as though this movie from Disneyland is an attempt to make a desperate attempt to correct course, to portray a more gentle and family-oriented image. On the other hand, rather than fostering a sense of friendliness, it has rekindled the same old criticisms. Why would you feel the need to seek privacy when you are always in front of the camera? If you are protecting your children from the press, why would you want them to be included in a media rollout? And what is the reason that everything seems to be staged? The sentiment of the general population was best summarized by Piers Morgan. It is not possible for you to visit the royal family, accuse them of being racist, relocate to Hollywood, and then proceed to sell us a Disneyland fantasy that features your children. This is not a very gullible public. The implications of this for Harry, Meghan, and their children are as follows. There is more at stake than merely one's reputation. They are parental in nature. These days, the most important thing to worry about is not just how this will harm the image of Meghan and Harry, but also how it will affect their children. Up until this point, Archie and Lilibet have been kept mainly hidden from the gaze of the public. Many people are concerned that this video is just the beginning of the process. Do the children of Sussex show signs of becoming content? Are they now participants in a media machine that is intended to revitalize a brand that is experiencing success? During his speech, Piers Morgan issued a stern warning. They have prioritized fame over one's dignity. Money is more important than monarchy. At this point, they are electing to prioritize showing the above content. This kind of decision not only causes you to lose the faith of the public, but it also causes your children to lose their youth. The implication is crystal clear. If Harry and Meghan continue down this path, the consequences will not merely be the stuff of tabloid gossip. Rather, they will be extremely personal and long-lasting. Personal reflections. What was supposed to be a humorous look at a day spent at Disneyland by a royal family has instead become a flashpoint in the continuing identity issue that Harry and Meghan are experiencing. For the most part, the question is straightforward. This was a true outing with the family, right? Is it a rebranding that is staged and covered in fairy dust? There is a possibility that it is both for the Sussexes. Nevertheless, the solution is glaringly evident to the general public as well as to Piers Morgan. It wasn't just a Disney day for all of us. In spite of the fact that it was a strategic display, the curtain has been drawn back once more. If you found this royal breakdown to be entertaining, please remember to like the video, subscribe for additional commentary that is more brutally honest, and drop a comment.